Hello students, I welcome you all in virtual classroom. Let's study something new today. Today we are going to learn section 1 prose chapter 1.2 on saying please written by Alfred George Gardiner. On saying please is really worth reading to bring a change in our social behavior. Here, one can enjoy the writer's meticulous selection of vocabulary and complex structures. It sets a challenge in front of the readers to find contextual references of the words and phrases. The title, On Saying Please, gives us a hint that the topic is related to manners. We should know the importance of saying please to others. Good manners makes us a socially accepted person. It makes healthy relationship between individuals. We'll be taking up prose part, chapter number 1.2 on saying please, obviously written by A. G. Gardiner. Before we start the lesson, let's discuss about the icebreakers given on page number 13. The first question which is asked on page number 13 in icebreaker: list the words of courtesy that we use in our daily life. Discuss them with your partner and explain the purpose of using each. So, there are many wonderful words which can change our life, and these words are known as words of courtesy that we use in our daily life. So, which are these words? Let's find out. Excuse me. Now, here students are asked to explain the purpose of using each of the term. So here we are going to discuss about excuse me. Excuse me, why do we use it? What is the purpose behind using it? Excuse me suggests to take permission to go ahead or to ask something. Then pardon me. Pardon me suggest to ask to repeat the words. Then we have may I again suggest to take permission. Then you are welcome. The purpose behind using it is to again accept the expression of gratitude. Then thank you is the frequent term which we use. Thank you suggests gratitude, or whenever we want to express gratitude, at that time we use thank you. Then sorry, to tell someone that you are ashamed or feel bad for hurting others, or to say disagree or to oppose others view politely. Then mention not. Mention not, we use it for the purpose of reply to thank you or need not to say thank you. Then we have my pleasure. We use it for the purpose of telling that you are happy to help or to do favor. So, excuse me, pardon me, may I, you are welcome, thank you, sorry, mention not, my pleasure are the words of courtesy. Okay? Okay, move to the next. Second question. Listed below are a few character traits of people. Some are positive traits, while others are not. Tick correct the one you feel are desirable. Desirable means here try to find out the character having positive impact. Okay, here we have given some traits means features or character traits of the people. Let's try to solve it. We just have to write down whether they are desirable or not desirable. So here we have first word conveying. Conveying is not desirable. Next is insensitive. Again, it is not desirable. Then sly, not desirable. Then humorous, desirable. Naive, not desirable. Benevolent, it's desirable. Then aggressive, not desirable. Scheming, not desirable. Wise, desirable. It is correct. Then egoistic, not desirable. Manipulative, not desirable. Rude, obviously not desirable. Boastful, not desirable. Humble means polite. Yes, it is desirable. Then servile, not desirable. Territorial, not desirable. Then patronizing, not desirable. And last, generous. Generous means kind. Yes, it is desirable. Let's move to the next, third icebreaker. Etiquette and manners are very important for a person to live in the society. Read the following and put them in proper columns. So here we have given two columns. First one is titled as appropriate and the second one is titled as inappropriate. And in our textbook we have provided 6 sentences. So we are going to divide them column wise. Let's read the first sentence. To receive phone calls while you are in a lecture or class, it is inappropriate. Second, to knock before you enter your principal's office. Yes, it's appropriate. Third sentence, to thank the person who offers you tea or coffee. Yes, it is also appropriate. Next, fourth sentence, to be polite and courteous to others. Yes, this sentence also appropriate. Let's move to the next fifth statement. To leave the classroom without the teacher's permission. What do you think about it? Yes, it's obviously inappropriate. And sixth sentence, to occupy the seats reserved for ladies or physically challenged or elderly person on a bus or a train is inappropriate. So thus we try to discuss here icebreakers given on page number 13. Now let's try to know about the author of this lesson, Alfred George Gardiner. Yes, who is the author of the lesson? Alfred George Gardiner. He was born at Chelmsford, Essex, that is a city in London, in the year 1865. He started his career as a journalist at the age of 37. He was appointed editor of the Daily News. Then he raised the question of morality in everyday life. By morality, we mean the sense of right and wrong in society. His pen name was Alpha Diplo. His essays are uniformly elegant, graceful, and humorous. He teaches us the basic truths of life in easy and amusing manner. Amusing means full of fun. His contributions were mainly for newspapers, the Daily News, the Manchester Evening News. Then, some of his best writing are The Pillars of Society, Fables on the Shore, Many Furrows, and Leaves in the Wind. Now, the title of the lesson is On Saying Please. Why such a title? Because the author wants to say what happens when we use words like please and all. Basically, in this lesson, the author wants to point out the values of courtesy in daily life. What does courtesy mean? Courtesy means showing our best manners, being humble, talking softly. Now, for all these, there are some words which we use in daily life while dealing with people in society. Let's see which are these words. We already have discussed about them. Words of courtesy are thank you, pardon, welcome, bless you, may I, and excuse me, please. Now, we will begin with the summary of the lesson. On saying please is the title of the lesson, and in this lesson, the author points out the values of manners and courtesy in social life. So, in this lesson, the author takes up two stories to explain the importance of right and wrong behavior in society. In these two stories, we will see two people with opposite characters. The first story is the story of a liftman, and the second is that of a bus conductor. The story that in today's lecture is the story of a liftman. Now, we will first begin with the theme of the lesson. In On Saying Please, author points out value of good manners in social life. He emphasizes importance of courtesy and politeness in daily behavior. He shows how polite speech and manner sweeten the atmosphere around and how discourtesy and ill manners spoil or pollute it. Everyone loves a person who is courteous and humble and dislikes a person with rude behavior. One who is good mannered will always get respect and cooperation from people around. Now, before starting the actual lesson, its summary, let's try to understand meaning of new words, which is also called as vocabulary or glossary. We will have a quick glance over it. Discourtesy means rudeness. Assault and battery means an attack with the use of violence. Then, burglar, a person who illegally enters a house. Retaliate, do something bad to someone who has done wrong to you. Then, assailant means an attacker. Legislate, make a law or laws. Then, violence, action that causes damage. To box means fight with the fists. Then haughty means arrogant. Boorish means uncultured, rude. Laceration means a deep cut or tear. Slur upon means damage one's reputation. Redress means remedy or compensation for a wrongdoing. Shins means the front of the leg below the knee. Then vanity means pride. Brooding over means thinking sadly about something. Next is equilibrium means balance. Then bullied means threatened. Henpecked means controlled by a woman. Insolent means very rude. Calendar here means a calendar of causes arranged for trial in court. Next, black eye, an eye that has gone dark because it has been hit. Then morose means unhappy. Decalogue, the 10 commandments. Endorse means to declare one's public approval. Verdict means judgment. Intercourse means conversation or communication. And resentment means anger. Let's begin with the summary of the story of a left man. Now, the contextual or the content of the lesson is in front of you in the form of slide. So obviously I'm going to explain its meaning. Let's try to understand it. There was a liftman in a city office. A liftman is a person whom you can see in big buildings, offices, or hospitals, whose duty is to carry the passengers to their respective floors. As per instruction, one day a person entered in the lift of this liftman and told him to take upstairs. To which the liftman demanded, please, from the person. Means he told the person that he should say this with a please. But the liftman was adamant on this. The man denied to say please. He didn't say please. And both of them had heated argument on this. The liftman became very angry and pushed him outside the lift. The liftman was fined and punished for this as he has physically hurt the person, but the passenger didn't get any punishment for not saying please. As our law says, we are not bound by it to say please, sorry, or thanks to anybody. But if we physically hurt anybody, that is a punishable offense. So the author wants to say discourtesy or being ill mannered isn't good, but it's not a punishable offense. And law does not have a punishment for talking harsh, being ill mannered, or showing bad behavior. Now, Author wants to say, if the liftman wouldn't have used physical abuse and continued to be polite, maybe it would have affected the man's behavior and this approach towards liftman. By showing our humbleness, we gain more, says the author. When the liftman didn't get pleased, he felt insulted. His self respect was hurt. And one thing that is to be noted is the physical pain is get recovered, but an injury or an wound of self-respect becomes an wound for life, and it creates a deep scar. Further, an insult or bad behavior creates a chain of bad behavior, because when a person feels he is insulted or irritated or frustrated, he is likely to throw his anger or frustration on someone. Suppose we take an example of son, Captain Absolute, who scolds his son. Now his son was unable to answer back to his father, passed his frustration on his servant. His servant again unable to tell anything to the master, passed his anger on a small boy. Now we can see when Sir Anthony threatened his son, Captain Absolute, he went out and threatened the servant, who again scolded a small boy. So we can see rude behavior creates a chain, spreading negativity all around. If I say bad manners have been the reason of so many crimes in the society, it will not be false. Now, after going through the story, let's do an introspection. What do we mean by introspection? Introspection is a detailed study of the facts of the lesson or examination of one's own thoughts. What is the reason we usually carry over our resentment or anger for long time? Why don't we just forget it? Why don't we forget small matters and just keep on thinking about it? Let's take the case of liftman. Suppose if the liftman did not speak out to the person, what would have happened? He would keep on thinking about the incident, that he was insulted and could not reply back. So maybe he would go back home with his anger in his mind. He would throw his anger on his wife and insult her to balance his anger. Being very upset, his wife would have behaved badly with other family members, and this would continue. Coming to the case of a man who did not say please, there are some kind of people who don't have respect for the people doing small or supporting jobs. But we don't know if this person of that kind or not. On that day, his mood was not just good. Maybe he was scolded by his boss and he was upset. Maybe the boss himself was irritated due to his wife's behavior, so he scolded the person. So you see, students, how our moods and behavior affect so many people in a chain. It's like an infection. We infect the world with the bad manners and then the infection spreads. So, what shall we do? So, what is the thing to get far away from it? What is the solution? We have to be our own police for our manners and control ourselves, since law does not punish for all these reasons or ill manners or anything. What is law? Law is not a thing but a rule book which we follow for a healthy society. But we human beings must know the difference between right and wrong. In short, to appreciate, to respect others, to acknowledge service should be our prime qualities. Bad behavior is such a wound. If it is not healed on time or not treated properly, it creates a series of bad behavior. For example, a woman at home, if she receives bad behavior or ill treatment, probably it will be worse to society, as she may pass on this to her children, spoiling an entire future generation. So, an eye for an eye is not always right. Our good behavior may change the people we are dealing with because it creates a change in mind. Sometimes they feel ashamed of their bad behavior. Students, we have our peons in college who help us always. Think over. Do you say thanks to them or behave politely with them? Next time, whenever you get any help, say thanks and show respect to them. We should always be thankful for the service we receive, no matter the person is doing what type of job. Whom will you love to remember? A person who insulted you or a person who behaved nicely with you? Of course, a well behaved person. So, be one of them who is well behaved, courteous, and humble. So, what do we learn from today's story? Good manners are key to be successful in life. Bad manners are not a legal offense, but they create a bad impact and spread negativity. Both good and bad manners are infectious. They create a chain of reactions. So, students, think about it and try to implement good things on daily basis. We will meet in the next video with the story of a good natured conductor in part second. Thank you.